Just to clarify, I am doing this challenge as a killer rather than as a survivor, because as bad as I am at Survivor, I don't want to actively throw my solo queue games. Anyway, the premise is simple. I cannot touch generators or exit gates because they're powered by generators. Similarly, I can't run any perks related to generators. This wasn't a difficult challenge. I'm not much of a gen protector in my regular games, especially when playing Bubba because he's very chase heavy. Although I noticed quickly that it seemed like everyone else also didn't want to interact with gens. At first I wanted to say that this is an example of a bad teammate, someone who refuses to do the objective. But can I blame them for wanting to get more chase time and interaction with the killer? Generators are tedious, and there's no action. It's like laundry or dishes. You need to complete it, otherwise a psychopathic killer will put you on a meat hook and sacrifice you to an eldritch spider god. I would really love to see some other objective come into the game that's just less boring. I know why it's boring. Killers need time to get chases, and gens are there to stall survivors for as long as possible. And the length of time that the game is stalled for changes depending on gen progression and gen regression perks. Sometimes a gen takes 30 seconds to get completed, sometimes it takes 2 minutes. I think I like that variety, but is the best way to have fun as Survivor really to assume that your teammates will do gens while you go harass the killer? What about those teammates? Do you think that they want to be a gen jockey? No, they just know that they have to because otherwise it won't get done. If there was a world where the survivors had some other option that was high risk, high reward, and led to a similar outcome of the exit gates being powered, I think that would greatly improve the issue of tedium in the game. That used to be opening the hatch, where keys were overpowered and hatch spawned before there was only one survivor left. But now, survivors bring gen-rush builds because gens are slow and boring. And if they don't bring gen-rush builds, they follow the killer around with a flashlight because that is so much more engaging than staring at your screen waiting for skill checks. These are all observations and conclusions I came to as I was focusing on not touching generators. I mean, in most of the games I played, even with nothing slowing the gens down, the survivors were rarely able to escape. And I'd love to say that's because I'm a really strong Bubba player, but the more realistic answer is that survivors are bored with generators and they'd rather throw the game trying to have an engaging time with the killer than actually sit down and do the objective. And I can't blame them. I know that the upcoming 2v8 mode will be experimenting with new objectives, and I really hope that what we learned during the event will somehow be implemented into the base game. If you are playing the game with dead eyes, just waiting for something different to happen, I feel for you. And I hope you'll remember to take a step back and take breaks when you need to.
No, it's happening again. You opened up your heart and let somebody in. Now you've got a stranger kick him out.